Let's try again here. Welcome to Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings Special Edition. As I said earlier before I got interrupted, Dave Righetti, Ron Wotus, and Hensley Mullins have been reassigned with possibly more changes coming. Shall see what happens. Mark Gardner has been reassigned too. Steve Decker has been reassigned. Dave Righetti will now become the general manager for Bobby Evans. And this was a very big surprise for me. Dave Righetti's been the pitching coach for the Giants since 2000. And I think this last dismal season was not Righetti's fault at all. It was the pitching did well despite the circumstances, and I didn't think Righetti should have shouldered the blame for this. So this one really surprised me, and maybe they're trying to get modern or so. Hardest thing is who are they going to find as a successor is even a bigger problem. Mark Gardner, I thought he was going to be gone. That was for certain. But Righetti, he's done so much good for the Giants the last few years. You've had the work with Tim Lincecum, Madison Bumgarner, of course, Matt Cain, even Ryan Vogelsong, who had a few good years with the Giants. You had Jonathan Sanchez, someone he made something decent out of him. This last year, Sam Dyson was a much better pitcher when he came to the Giants thanks to Righetti. It's really going to be difficult here, and this is going to get interesting as we head towards maybe a rebuild. But it's just the pitching was not the problem last year, but offensively, looks like Chili Davis may be replacing Hensley Mullins. And it looks like Ron Wotus is also going to be gone on top of everything else. That's going to get really interesting to see what happens as we do head for maybe a major shakeup next year. Yeah, Steve Decker, maybe. I think Steve Decker has been reassigned too, so he's no longer going to be the hitting coach. There's also rumors that longtime bench coach Ron Wotus has been reassigned also, so I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. Take a look at that right now. But according to ABC News, yeah, Ron Wotus and Hensley Mullins has been reassigned. Looks like Ron Wotus is going to be moving to the Giants front office, and looks like we are going to have Hensley Mullins moving to be the bench coach, and it looks like possibly Chili Davis is going to take over as the hitting coach. And that's not bad. I think Hensley Mullins ran his course as the hitting coach. So I think hopefully Chili Davis can get more offense and with what we have. And with the Giants' budget situation next year, it's going to be very difficult to try to bring in some big bats since they're going to be near the CBT, and with the CBA the way it is, they don't want to be forfeiting draft picks and stuff, so they're going to have to get creative, maybe trade somebody. We don't know what's going to happen here when we get into winter meetings. But I don't think Bochy's safe either next year now. He could be on the hot seat going into next year. So there's going to be some difficult situations going on with the rest of the Giants as we go into next year. But it's very, but I was very surprised. I didn't think Dave Righetti deserved to be scapegoated. If you have another year like this next year, I really think we're going to see possibly a first time that the Giants have done this, but I think we could see a complete house cleaning if things don't go any better next year. Even Bear could be out as CEO. Evans, I think everybody's on the hot seat next year. And I think if things don't change, Giants are definitely going to take a look at cleaning house. And this is the signs, maybe the early signs that they're going to clean house if things don't turn around. I mean, you're going to have a good pitching rotation. I'm hoping whoever does succeed Dave Righetti can help, and hope we'll see. Maybe having an extra eyes for Bobby Evans could be a really good thing for the front office too. Wotus, I thought Wotus was maybe in line to be Bochy's success. All right, and Bobby Evans, he wants to bring in but it looks like they're going to bring people in from outside. So there's that one guy from Boston. And also, though, we've had another firing today over in Chicago. Chicago fired their longtime pitching coach with the Cubs, Chris Bosio. So we shall see who gets. Well, it looks like Jim Hickey, who was going to be the Giants candidate, looks like he's going to go join the Cubs with Joe Madden next year. So that'll be interesting. Chicago, they're going to have to fill a big gap in the rotation next year with Jake Arrieta likely gone. So we'll see how Chicago's able to fill that in with the farm system not as good as it once was. And I'm hoping maybe we see something where Righetti maybe picks up, can help maybe pick players out of the farm, whatnot. But I think the Red Sox assistant pitching coach might be the top candidate to replace Righetti. Yeah, Brian Bannister, pitching coach at VP. And maybe player development could be the theme also. So Brian Bannister could certainly be a good candidate to replace Dave Righetti next year. So we'll see what happens with that. But if things don't turn around next year, I think the next year could be Bochy's last year, and we could see a complete house cleaning. So Evans might be playing with fire here at this point. Also, though, another coach that was fired, that not necessarily fired, but it's not going to return next year, is former Giant manager Dusty Baker. He and the Nationals parted ways yesterday after another first-round exit in the postseason, as the Nationals continue to look for a manager that'll get them to the next level. Also, the Tigers hired Ron Gardenhire as their new manager. It's not. I didn't think that was the best hire to make, but maybe it makes sense for what it is. We'll see how Gardenhire does over there in Detroit. I didn't think this was the best hire they could have made, especially with them being a rebuilding team. And so we'll see how Gardenhire does. I wish him a lot of luck in tough situation in Detroit. And Boston is reported to be hiring Houston's bench coach, Alex Cora. So Alex Cora, they'll make that announcement maybe after today, but Alex Cora is likely to become the Astros' the Red Sox new manager. So we'll see what happens with that. But it was certainly a surprise for me, and I wish Dave Righetti a lot of luck and Ron Wotus a lot of luck as we go through some changes in the off season here, and I'll keep you updated on things like this. Thanks for tuning in. If you are tuning in, I'll be back tomorrow after the 49ers for Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings NFL edition. All right, take care. Keep it orange, keep it black, keep it orange and black. Goodbye, everybody.